Hello everybody and welcome back to an Idiot's Road to Glory, where today we are going to be doing FUT Champs and Squad Battle Rewards. So, we're going to kick it straight off with how I got on in FUT Champs. You guys might have seen if you follow me on Twitter. I was tweeting like most of my stuff, but when it got to the very end, I did stop tweeting so it didn't ruin the video for you guys. So that is what we're going to go through today. As you know from the last video, apologies there wasn't one yesterday, I was just like, Katie's family were visiting and I was smashing FUT Champs out. We did unfortunately break the streak of I think 13 days in a row, but we're going to go again and we're going to hopefully beat it and one-up it this time and go for 14 in a row. So, started off, as I'm sure you guys know, 1-5 in my last video. I did absolutely tragic, and we did start to pull it back a little bit. And at the halfway point, at 20 games, I had 12 wins, which after going 1-5 wasn't too shabby. It meant that in the next games after that, I ended up 11-3 on Saturday. So that's actually pretty bloody solid. That is good. That's just good on FUT Champs. That's decent. I'll take that. I'm happy. So we then did another 5 games and won 4 of them. Solid. 5 games more, won 4 of them. And to be fair, in them 2 games, I'm pretty sure I genuinely did just get battered. Like, I'm pretty sure them guys were just had mental teams and were just sick of FIFA, and there's just nothing I could do really. Fair enough. There was losses in the 11-3 where I was like, I definitely could have won that game, and there was definitely losses like you guys seen in the 1-5 where I was like, I 100% should have won that game. But in them 10 games, won 8, lost 2, 2 losses. Fair enough. They were just better than me at FIFA, and their teams were mental. It's not, like, you've just got to accept it. Like, that's fine. You watch it and learn from it. That is pretty good. So fair play to them guys for absolutely smashing me. And that meant in the middle 24 games that we'd now played since that 1-5, I was 19-5, which is crazy. Like, that's I think Elite 2 form in FUT Champs, which is nuts. And everyone says the middle 20 games are the hardest as well. So I was really impressed with myself. I was proper chuffed. I pulled it back from a terrible win. And then when I won 2 of my next 3 games, it meant I needed 3 wins from 7 to get Gold 1. And that is where we join the gameplay. So, opponent numero uno was the classic FUT Champs, the Kante, the Martial, the Dembele, the 4-3-2-1 with Griezmann up front. It's nice to see someone use Dembele and Griezmann instead of Jesus and Salah. But anyway, this was really strange, this game. Can you see that white thing then at the bottom of my screen? It was like it wasn't loading the touchline. And look, there it is again. And when it disappeared, the game just went really fast. And it was like my Xbox wasn't loading or something. I don't know what stadium this guy was using. But yeah, it was bizarre. We ended up giving him a free kick. And he did this absolutely mental free kick routine, which I definitely need to learn. Put 3 players on. Sent Griezmann running into the box. Sent Dembele running down the side. And then passed it off to him. My left back played him on side. And he just tramped it across to a goal to Griezmann. Mental. He then got himself another one. Bailey stepping in on Defoe. Not really sure what I feel about Defoe. He's a little bit too slow. And then he literally just sprinted through my whole team with that front three. It was nuts. And banged that one in the back of the net. 4-2-0. We were kind of playing my normal game, dominating it, passing it around and stuff, but we weren't making the breakthroughs. Zaha, we get very lucky here. He gets tackled, but Barkley, with the new patch, intercepts it, obviously. We play it back across. Defoe with our lovely fake shot, and then that is the good thing about Defoe, is his ridiculous shooting. So he bangs anything in and around the box. He's got 85 shooting, and of course, you got to have a little bit of a dab in the Lederhosen kit. Beautiful. So, that was half-time, 60% possession. It was kind of even on the shots, to be fair. Like, I wasn't properly smashing them and shutting them down. Like, his front three were very hard to deal with. We were passing the ball around loads, creating loads of almost nice chances. Like, it's very hard to get when you're the person passing it around and you're not counter-attacking to get it all the way through the defence, which is one of the things that I do struggle with. But one of the times it is really easy to get it all the way through the defence is from kickoff. Now, this guy's doing skills, and watching this back, to be fair to him, watch what he does with Dembele, it is actually pretty good. He does a weird spin and then a ball roll, and then the game does that flick-up thing where it kicks it over your defender's leg, and he just tramps it across to Martial. But like, watching that back, fair play, that is a pretty good skill goal. But at the same time, it's kickoff. I literally couldn't run over to him if I tried, and that made it 3-1, which I was pretty annoyed about. Defoe then gets absolutely cleaned out by Matic in the box, and it's a penalty in the 56th minute. Like, I was struggling to get chances in this game then. And when this one came and that happened, I wasn't impressed. I went down the middle, he dived, and his keeper somehow towed it and it didn't go in, and then won the punch to push it over the bar. Not good. 6 minutes later, though, we did get a nice side-footed finish from Heung-Min Son. So we had basically 30 minutes to get a goal. And it took us till the 83rd minute to get a decent chance. So you're passing around, keeping the ball, nice ball across to Zaha. and he missed the goal from 6 yards out. And that was how the game finished. We lost our first out of our 7, but it's okay. We only need to win less than half of them. And once again, next team, Sweaty Premier League team, who'd have guessed? Martial, who'd have guessed? He hasn't got Jesus, but he has got Mkhitaryan, who is very, very good. He's got a really solid midfield with Idrissa Gueye. But Timo Werner plays a beautiful ball in behind to Origi early in the game, tramps across. I've got no idea how Werner didn't just kick it in the goal in the first place. He let it run to Sabitzer, and then we got very, very jammy. But it went in the back of the net. It was pretty lucky. This guy then gets a penalty for... I'm not going to put a replay. If you guys rewind it, you'll see that I intercept the ball with Delaney, and it's in my control as the game did it, and I pressed B to kick it away, and he just karate kicked him to the floor, and he got a penalty. I guess the right way, and my keeper dived over the top of it. So I wasn't having much luck with penalties in these couple of games. I'm not sure that one should have really been given as a pen. I pressed B to clear it, and he just clattered them, and then I don't went the right way, and he didn't save it, but that's just the way it goes. This guy then played a nice bit of attacking football. I think Firmino sort of tripped up that CDM as he was going to intercept the ball, but a very tidy finish from Eriksen after some poor marking of him in the box from myself. It just carried on though, backwards and forwards. Werner to Barkley. We get very jammy with the ball again. We've had a couple of lucky goals in this one. Tramp it across, of course. It's FUT Champs. And Werner scores in the 84th minute. So I thought we were taking it to extra time, but lo and behold again, the kickoff goal is going to absolutely kill me. This guy was a little bit slower with his kickoff goals, but we get there eventually. If you don't touch the ball, your defenders are just led. And as Firmino is just running and running and running, we tried to tackle him. I think I actually did tackle him there, but my tackle went straight to Martial, and then he finished it off in the 87th minute, and that was the end of that game. Now, we then tried to get into another game, and this must have happened about 4 or 5 times, where as soon as I changed the later hosing kit, everyone's just like, nah, we're not playing against him. But that meant we finally did get into a game, and look at the team he's got. Inform Pjanic, Inform Dybala, Aguero, Bergkamp, Rijkaard. Oh my god, I was literally just like, at this point, I've lost them 2 games. I need the 3 wins from the 7. I've now got 3 from 5, and we come up against this guy, and I was literally just like, RIP, gold 1. But we started off in the 19th minute with a solid finesse shot from Heung-min Son, and we come straight back out, literally 9 minutes later. Klaassen into Son, back to Klaassen, across once more to Zaha, and he just tucks it. He actually scored that one. Fair play, Zaha, and the guy paused it. I thought he was going to rage quit after 28 minutes with that team, but I think he just shifted his formation around a little bit and went to the classic FUT Champs counter-attacks where you just can't do a thing when it's Aguero storming through. I don't know if he chip-shotted that, if he did, fair play, or I don't know if that's just Aguero's million shooting, making sure it goes in, but that was a good finish. I give him that. We did, though, get, again, another goal. Pretty lucky with his cleans. We were all over him, and he was just trying to get the ball out and just smashing A to get rid of it, and he just couldn't, but I suppose that's how it goes. Heung-min Son puts it across the box, and I'll never understand why, when you're the person playing the pass, you can't make your attacker go towards the ball. It's only the defender can seem to run towards the ball to intercept it, but we luckily got it back again, and he was just panicking, trying to get out of his... just out of his half. We were camped inside his half for so long. Bakayoko nipped in on Bergkamp, got it back forwards, and Son actually went towards that one and tucked it away. So we actually got a win against the super team, having lost basically to 2 penalties and 2 kickoff goals in the previous matches. So that was why we were looking. 4 games to go, and we need to win half of them. 2 wins from 4 to get gold 1. Easy, right? Well, let's see how it goes. We jump in to a game against an unconventional Sweaty FUT Champs team. I came up against this guy, and I was like, do you know what, mate? Fair play. You haven't got Martial. You haven't got Jesus, you haven't got Bakayoko, you haven't got Kante, you haven't got Bailey. If this guy's good at FIFA and he wants to absolutely smash me, do you know what? I'll take it. You deserve it just for not building that sweaty Premier League team and boring me to death. But it turns out he wasn't actually very good at FIFA, and maybe that's just playing into the stereotype that what's he doing? Why is he not built a sweaty Premier League team? Pass it across nicely with Werner into the box, very jammy off the post. This game loves hitting the posts into the patch, but luckily Origi there was there to tuck it home and dab on the haters. So it looked like we were off to a good start, and we're hoping to get one of them wins that we need. Another nice little bit of possession play, passing it around, looking for the gap. So one thing I would say for you guys trying to win on FUT Champs is don't pass it forwards if you're not going to get through on goal. So Origi turns back. I was thinking I was going to lay it off. I probably should have done. But I was a little bit cheeky there. Fake shot at him, and Werner taps it in the bottom corner. So that was very unhandy, and it seemed to work very well. So maybe that's a tip for myself. Be a little bit more daring up front. Usually I would have passed that back to the midfield and tried to go again. Maybe that's one of the reasons I'm struggling to break down the people who are, I say, better at defending, better at making their players come back and holding RB. But This guy got very, very unlucky a couple of times with his chances. Speaking of unconventional then, that corner. I don't know how that went in. I don't think I've scored a corner on this game yet, and that guy just scored that absolutely ridiculous thing. So that was 2-1 just before half-time. I really wanted to get another goal just before half-time to just settle my nerves, to make sure we were going to win. And again, it was the fake shots. It was being unconventional, passing into Origi, spinning the defender. So watching this back is making me better FIFA, but look at that, 70% possession. The guy's barely had a shot from inside his box, and I've had 7. I do say barely. One of them was the corner where he crossed in, as you could see, and there was 2 more. But some more nice interplay. Werner gets absolutely clattered, and I'm still absolutely baffled as to how stuff like that isn't a foul on FIFA 18. It happens to me every single game. But we're getting lucky. We are getting lucky. I mean, we're battering the guy. And the luck, you earn your own luck sometimes in life and in this game and in football in general. Sometimes on this game there is just horrendous luck that there's nothing you can do about it. But when you've got 70% possession against someone, you're going to create chances. We made it 5-1 with a tramp goal. I wasn't even bothered. I'm dabbing on him. He's pausing. He's wanting to rage quit. And that is exactly what he's going to do when the pause does eventually go through. So there was one of the wins from the 4. 3 games to go, and we need 1 win. So, opponent number 1 of the 3 has got the sweaty team back. He's got Jesus. He's got Bakayoko. Rudiger. Jesus, Rudiger does my head in on this game. He is nuts. He's even got Werner, which he's not on full chemistry, but it's Werner, as we know from the Bundesliga team, is very, very good. So we're in for a bit of a difficult game. I was trying to score. I'm trying to be... I think I was just being bad at FIFA at this point. I think this was my 21st game of FIFA in a row on this day, and we did almost get through from just like being a bit of an idiot and always passing it forward and trying to score a kick-off goal. But my head was all over the place at this point, and this guy was really good at FIFA with the... I don't really know what... I need to rewatch this. Did you see the way he sort of just drags the ball around to create a bit of space? I've never seen anyone do that other than pros. I mean, that's not a professional goal, is it? That's just a chip-through ball over the top. And a chip over my goalie with Jesus because of his pace. But I think at this point my head started to go a little bit. You can see me like trying to body check him with Son. Not body check him, body feint him with Son. And he picks up the ball. And he was just very, very good at making the space. Like, what is it? How is he even doing that? That's what I want to know. But fair play, he's really good at FIFA. Again, through ball to Jesus, the pace, you can't catch him. And he's going to finish it off. And do you know what? Let's just skip to the end of this because there's no point in watching this. We did actually manage to score a goal, but we ended up with another ball from Jesus and Werner in the 87th minute, making it 6-2. We got absolutely smashed. I say fair play. I feel like I might have been able to defend him a bit better if I wasn't knackered, but you guys see how good he was at FIFA, and his team was sick. I'm not going to argue with that one too much. I'm disappointed in myself for not playing better, but he was pretty good. There's nothing you can really do. That's how it goes on FIFA. So, 2 games, and we need 1 win. We jump into the next opponent, and he has got not so classic FUT Champs team. This is like the classic FUT Champs team where your mum won't let you use your credit card, and you can't buy Martial, and so you get Son, and you can't buy Jesus, so you get Sturridge, and you can't buy Salah, so you get Sterling. You guys know what I mean. But he was still very, very sweaty. We get caught on a counter-attack in the 10th minute. Sterling goes through, and he ain't going to miss that. I did have Sterling in my team at one point, and I do kind of regret selling him to get Zaha. Someone suggested me on Twitter that the stats are basically exactly the same. And he's like 8,000 coins cheaper, so I went for it. And I do kind of regret it. But as you can see, what are we doing? It's new Andy. We're scoring kick-off goals. We got caught on the counter, but it doesn't matter because we brought it straight back to 1-1. This could be the win that we need. Let's dab on him on our Lederhosen and get straight back in to the game. Bit of a dodgy pass from Origi is intercepted, and that's just the pace of the counter-attack, the 4-3-2-1, the Son, the Jesus, or he's got Sturridge actually, hasn't he? The Sterling. It's just the FIFA sweat as everyone seems to play. They always, when other people have them as well, always right on my defenders, and I don't know how they get them to do it. If anyone knows, please do let me know. But Son just doesn't miss the driven finesse shots, the low-driven shots. He's an absolute nightmare to play against. We do pull one back, Sabitzer in the 76th minute. It was, I say, it looks quite close. I was basically half asleep at this point and struggling big time to concentrate and play properly and stuff like this, but we did. 92nd minute, a free kick on the edge. I still haven't scored a free kick, but I've scored free kicks where you pass it into their feet and then just bang it. So he passed it, Back to Junuzovic. Hits it. Oh my God, how did that not go in the goal? I have literally no idea. We got a corner from it. He must have had like the tiniest toe. It was bottom bins. Our keeper's up. We've gone for the header. We've missed it. The counter-attack. The keeper's trying to get back. But it doesn't matter because that is the end of the game when we nick the ball back. It's all going down to the final game to get gold 1. Let's see who we're going to be playing against. Oh my God, that's just what I need. Boateng, Foreman, Alaba, Tolisso, Goretzka, James Rodriguez, Werner, Royce at striker. This was like gone midnight. I've been playing FIFA solid since about 11 AM or something stupid like that. I think I take too much time in between games messing about, and sometimes you just got to be like, what can I even do to stop that going in? But I take too much time in between my games in FIFA, messing about, tweeting, fiddling about with players and stuff. I need to just smash them out because I end up playing FIFA for hours. But we literally caught him straight away. Jermaine Defoe's finishing is mental, and he's never going to miss that as well. He's like Heung-Min Son, just bashes it in the back of the net, and we're going to lay the hose, and we're going to dab. I'm pretty sure I dab it basically every goal on FIFA anyway, just out of habit from the start of FIFA 17. But once again, the kickoff goals are just absolutely killing me. I was trying to drag my players back in to block them, and they're all just sort of falling over trying to do tackles. Did you see his little drag back with Royce then, with the triggers? Again, it's matching me up against people who are just nuts at dribbling, and I can't tackle them. I can barely concentrate, keep my eyes open anyway to play the FIFA. Never mind, track all their ridiculous runs. And that guy went 2-1 up. We did slot through Son though, and a beautiful little chip shot over the top to make it 2-2 in the 38th minute. So this was a very, very close game, and I had to win it to get the gold 1. Otherwise, I was stuck in goal 2 just before half time. Again, with just a very nice creating of space. So he scooped around, played it across again. No one's following James, and he put it in the back of the net. So 3-2 just before half time, and I was starting to get very, very nervous. When again, you've got to question my defender. You've got to question why on earth he didn't tackle him. You've got to question who this guy is. Like, why is he even thinking to do them drop the shoulder cut inside of Royce? And how is it working when 2 defenders are stood in front? And that's something I need to look at myself. But I was getting very aggro trying to score now, and I went all out attack, and yeah, 5-2. Not good at all. So looking for the counter-attack goal. I was really annoyed. You might have seen me press the home button when he scored the first goal. I had my controller in my hand, and I was just like, pressing all the buttons because it wouldn't go in. The 90th minute. Yeah, it just wasn't my day. I was kind of annoyed with myself that afterwards I went and got a shower because it was like pure stress, sweaty playing FIFA all day and everything like that. So I went and got a shower before I got into bed. You can see I was just properly annoyed at myself. I don't know why I didn't have that shower first, and before them final 3 games, wake up a little bit, even make a coffee and go to bed late or something like that, because I've played 40 games of FIFA now, or I played 37 games of FIFA, and it didn't all go to waste. Like, you can see our rewards there. We got 45k coins, a rare gold players pack, or a rare gold packs of 25k pack, and 2 rare mega packs of 55k pack. It's really good for the road to glory, considering some of the super teams and like 400k Premier League sweat teams we have to play against. But I was very annoyed both at that 1 and 5 on the first day, and also at myself for not taking a break and being properly composed. So the fact we needed 1 win for the final 3 games. Like, a couple of them guys are really good at dribbling and stuff, but the first guy only just beat me. That guy, I got annoyed and he smashed me. And then the guy in the middle we defo could have beat. So I was really annoyed at myself, but that's my own fault. And watching this back has helped me learn to be a little bit better at FIFA, and I'll probably watch it back some more before next week. But let's jump over now, because we did get gold 2. It's still good rewards. We're gonna be able to fight fire with fire and buy Martial and stuff like that for next week's FUT Champs. But let's jump in and grab our squad battle rewards. I don't know where we finished. Let's have a little look. Did we finish in a... No, we did not finish in a league. That must just be the thing. A kit, 12k coins, and 2 premium gold, jumbo premium gold packs, and 2 15k packs, and 12k coins. Let me go and check on squad battles. Where does that actually mean I finished? Because I just stopped playing. We finished gold 3 from doing like 2 days, something like that. I think I played 8 games last week, which is pretty decent. Defo could have got into Elite 1, because as more people start playing FUT Champs, less of them play squad battles, and that means it's done on like 1% of players in an Elite, and then I think it's 4, and then 9. So you just have to be in the top 1%, so if no one plays it, you'll be the top 1% because you're the only guy playing. Well, you'd be number 1. But you know what I mean? The more people play, the more people you've got to be ahead of to get into Elite. So, we do have... Why is it saying we've only got 1 pack when it defo just gave us 2 of them? I don't know. Got 2 jumbo packs though, 2 15k packs. This is good for consumables because they've been rinsed by FUT Champs. It's good for a board player. Come on. Oh, we've got an inform. First inform. Germany. Centre back. Who is this? Is it Ginter? It's Ginter. Ooh. Okay. We could be sticking this guy into our squad, or we could be selling him to fund our sweaty Premier League team and fight fire with fire. That's decent. Okay. Well, I mean, that was worth the squad battles. I was saying, how much is this guy worth? He's worth 14k. But it's 14k more than we had before. So I'll keep I'm just going to keep everything, to be honest, apart from the very, very, very bad stuff at the far end. So we don't need that or these. We'll keep all them. We'll discard the other stuff. We packed an inform in our gold 3 squad battle rewards. That is sick. What are we getting in the other one? Pack luck on point. Come on. No. Never mind. We could get a Jesus or something, though. He's not a board player, isn't he? He's worth a bloody fortune. What have we got? That's Bender. Meh. 82. We got an I'm pleased. I'm pleased. We played like 2 games of it. And we got ourselves an inform. Batshuayi and Ntepa worth a few coins, actually, as well. That's not a bad little pack with players-wise. Some consumables, as we do like. A stadium to sell. Or quick sell, I should say. And we'll keep the rest of that stuff. That is not too shabby at all. Squad battle rewards and some FUT Champs. I'm looking forward to my FUT Champs rewards, although I'll be looking forward to them a lot more if I got gold 1, but that's just the way it goes. These were the squads that I ended up finishing with. That's the Prem one, which is the heart. We definitely need a better striker for Defoe. We definitely need Sterling or someone back for Zaha. Might even move Son to striker, bring in Martial if we can't afford Jesus, and bring in Sterling. And then you guys know the absolute dream team that is the Bundesliga squad, which just does bits because of Sabitzer. Look at his record. It is nuts. Werner does absolute nuts as well. In FUT Champs as well, it's pretty ridiculous that they've maintained their record. So I'm very, very pleased with that, considering this squad. Would have been ecstatic if I got gold 1, and I definitely would have if I didn't mess up on the first day. I could have even got elite if I didn't do that. But you live and you learn. We'll get better for next week and hopefully push on to gold 1 and elite then. For now, that is where we're going to leave it. I hope you guys have enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.